Hey guys, how you doing? This is Craig here from Bass Lessons Melbourne. Welcome to another player profile. Today I'm joined by Mr. Rick Leon James.
Yes.
How are you, man?
Excellent.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, excellent.
Thanks for taking the time out to come and hang out. Appreciate it. And you're in Australia with Yolanda Brown, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe tell us a little bit about that project and how it came about and what you're doing with it.
Okay. So, Yolanda approached me ending up of 2016. She said she wanted to put an album together. And she wanted the elements of funk, soul, and jazz in...
It's a good combination.
Exactly, in the production. But it's under the umbrella of reggae.
Okay.
So put all that into reggae. And she wanted me to produce it. So I said, yes. I said, yeah, let's do it, yeah. And that's how it started, officially, yeah.
Okay. And how did, I guess, why were you on her radar? What scene were you in where she might have...
Yeah. So the thing about it, I know Yolanda for a long time, but we've never done music together.
Right.
So this is the first time. So maybe, I guess, she done an album before. I don't know, maybe she decided to say, let's see what Rick's doing. Maybe stars aligned, I don't know.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And what were you doing? What had you been doing kind of up until...
Okay. So I literally started my production company, I think 3 years prior to that. So, you know, just getting into production, producing.
Yeah.
Before that, you know, I used to tour a lot with a lot of pop stars from the UK.
Okay.
And then I say, let me take a break from that and start my production company and just get into production and understanding the whole thing. And I put some tracks out, you know. You know, when you're starting, it's you know, you get better at it. So I was getting better at it, and I guess she probably say, let's see what Rick's doing and give him a call.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what was the kind of process for making the album?
Right. It was basically Yolanda. She has the vision, like, you know, I said.
Yep.
And so she said to me things that she want.
So she's kind of like artistic director almost.
Yeah. She's very, you know, her and her team, they got the vision, definitely.
Yeah.
And she know that I play all the instruments, so, you know, so she wanted me to play most of the instruments on there. So it was like me literally pressing record, come up with the bass line, write the melody and the bass and go to the piano, go to the drums. So, you know, that was in my studio, and we record the saxophone there as well, get all the ideas down, help work, you know, help her with working on the solos, and just writing, just completely in it, you know. Yeah.
So they're pretty much they're your beds, they're your kind of tracks.
Yeah, input. Sorry?
They're your tracks essentially, with her element on top.
Yeah, and we wrote it together, you know, co-production. Like I said, so she gave me the ideas. She said she asked me to try these different things.
Yep.
And we just work at it, and yeah,
cool.
Got it done, really.
And it generally comes from bass up, or would you start with a melody or chords? Like how do you put it together?
Yeah, I could put it out. She said she wanted to. So the name of the album is called Love, Politics, War.
Okay.
Right? So she said, let's say, like the first track I think I wrote was, we call it War One. And it's war feeling, and, you know, so you check it. Now it's called General Politics. So if you get the album Love, Politics, War, you hear that militant type of feel, drive, you know.
And that's present in a lot of reggae stuff, would that be, or that?
Yeah, you could say that.
Vibe?
Yeah, you could say that.
You know?
You could say that, yeah.
A bit of rebellion or...
Exactly, yeah, you could say that for the war. And then she said, you know, so then we had the politics. And then there's a track we wrote, it's called, you have to check it out and you can hear the elements, it's, you know,
sure,
it's quite deep, you know. And then Love, so we have Million Billion Love, that's the single, the main track. And she did a video for it. So, yeah.
Cool. And when did it get released?
It was released 2017, April, I guess. Yeah, I think so.
So nearly a year ago.
Yeah.
And you've been touring it since then?
Since then, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, non-stop, yeah.
So Europe, you've been to the States with it?
No, so we have the Coming to America tour, and that's in October.
Cool.
Oh, man, you catch me off guard, but I gotta get these dates. That's cool. These dates.
I know
right.
you're just the bass player.
Yeah, yeah.
Be here at this time and play the bass. I'll see you then.
Exactly. But it's good. But it's coming to me. So yeah. So October we're doing a tour. It's called Coming to America. Yolanda Brown. Yeah.
And this is your first time down under, as they say?
Yeah. First time in Australia. Yeah.
And jet lag?
You know. Yes. You know.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, some guys fly in and they play the same night. It must just be, that's pretty tough.
Yeah, it was. And I literally know, well, you know already, but for the people, I'm now getting over the jet lag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last night was the first sleep I got in terms of normal.
Yeah.
Australian normal. Because I was still on UK time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think after today, it should
be all right.
Yeah, it should fall back into place. Yeah.
And then you get to see a bit of the country, a bit of Australia.
Yeah.
And then come back to Melbourne for some shows at Bird's Basement, I think.
Yeah.
Near the end of the month.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Cool. Maybe tell us a little bit about the bass that you brought out.
Well, I got to say this. I don't. It sounds terrible. I don't know much about basses and stuff, but I will do a video. Could be with you, or whatever, and I get all the specs and thing.
Yeah.
You know, and I can explain properly. But this bass was, you see, I was endorsed with Warwick.
Okay.
When I was younger, and I like the shape of it. I had a Infinite. Is it Infinite? I had a.
The one that had the.
Yeah, not the Air Force. Not what's it? A Streamer. Streamer. And I like the fatness of the neck and everything about the Streamer. So I told this guy Ricardo, he's from Sardinia.
Okay.
I told him, he asked me to make me a bass, and I told him I wanted to be modeled after
the Streamer.
So he put his input on it.
Nice.
You can see this is his signature here, but this is also my name, RLJ, my initial.
Nice.
And I want it to sound close to close-ish to the.
To the Warwick.
Yeah, but the sort of the Fender round sound.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of a mix-up thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's unique.
Yeah. Most importantly was the side. I like the fat neck.
Yeah, you like big neck.
Yeah. Getting them.
Yeah, it's pretty wide.
Yeah, exactly. But I like it so.
It looks like the kind of bridge they use on Ibanez.
Yeah.
Basses, the mono reels.
I guess that's his input.
Cool.
So it's like literally everything. Yeah, and I chose the wood and everything. But I have all the specs home. I didn't prepare for this. But
no, that's right.
Yeah, but
I was just curious. I'd never seen anything.
Yeah, pretty much
like it. That's cool.
If you see this here is a bit wider than usual. I don't think it's that helpful, but
bigger frets mean bigger notes, right?
Yeah,
that's how it
when
works.
you're down here, I like to groove down in this register here, not to move up some,
Yeah.
but just stay here. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
I think that was his input as well. He said he wanted to try. I said, let him try some things, Mainly just give me that width and.
But you're saying that you generally your go-to is a Fender 4?
Well, the sound, obviously, the bass players that I like, it would be like Jameson and, Marcus Miller.
Okay.
They play Fender, so that's that sound.
That's what you've heard for all these years.
For all these years.
Yeah.
So, but actually, in terms of 4-string bass, I found a guy that makes amazing basses. Apart from Ricardo, his name is Andrew Taylor Cummings, and his bass is an Anaconda. This is what I use for my solo.
Yeah, I've seen them.
You have to play mine. It's wicked.
Good.
Best basses I've ever played. Yeah, and I've played all
a lot
basses, but it works for me. I like it. And he came to see me one time and he brought like 3, 4, 5 basses for me to check out. And straight away I saw the 4-string. I said, let me try that one. Tried it straight away, fell in love with it.
Yeah.
He said, try the 5-string, try this thing. I said, I tried it. I said, nah, that's not me. This one, and that's Elite A3.
Okay.
That's what it's called, Anaconda basses. Yeah, and his reviews on it is he got 10 out of 10 for the sound, 10 out of 10 for the feel. It's just beautiful basses.
Cool.
So I use that mainly for my solo project.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
that's my go-to bass.
That's your go-to bass.
Yeah.
What was your first bass?
My first bass was an Ibanez, a blue Ibanez 6-string.
Oh,
6-string bass.
First bass was 6-string.
First bass that I owned was 6-string. Yeah.
Just pull ahead into the 6-string.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And so, like, when was that? When did you get into it? What was the beginnings?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me say. So I started in Trinidad.
Okay.
So I played. Obviously, in church there was a 4-string there, but it wasn't my bass.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so I started when at the age of 12. Guitar is my first instrument.
Okay.
But anything you learn, you can play bass on the guitar as well. And so when I moved to this country, I'm just fast track. When I moved to London, the first bass I got was Ibanez here, 6-string, and I basically playing in church really.
Playing in church, that's
how I started. Yeah.
Yeah. When did you move to London? How old were you when you got to London?
I was 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Bit of a change.
Yeah, a bit of a change. It was good. It's like, okay, so in Trinidad, I started getting into basses, right? And I started getting into bass players. I grew up with like David Rudder, bass player for soca music, calypso music, and reggae music, family man.
Mm-hmm.
So then I started getting into funk and jazz and stuff. And someone gave me a tape because they knew I was interested in the music. Someone gave me a tape, and I remember it was a tape of John Patitucci teaching all the different styles.
Right.
I don't know, you might know that tape, I don't know, but he's teaching songa, bayol, and all these different rhythms and stuff. I latched onto that and flew with that.
Yeah.
That's what made me want to get the 6-string.
Because
after when I get into him, he was playing 6-string bass. So people think I'm a like Marcus guy or something. No, actually, when I really got into it properly, it was John Patitucci. Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's done a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
Patitucci.
Yeah. If you hear some of my finger style, you will, if you check it out properly.
Yeah.
You say, okay, it's that type of school, because I like his phrasing, because I play saxophone as well.
Okay.
So and he was trying to model his playing to a saxophone.
Cool.
So that school was my thing. Anyway, so I had that tape. I got that tape from him, and we started checking out different grooves. And then later on, I found out he was playing 6 string. So when I moved to London, I bought a what's it? A DVD. Bought a DVD of him teaching and stuff, and then was into that big time. Because in Trinidad back then, for you to buy a DVD, you think like $150, which is tough to get. You make that kind of thing, that kind of money, in a month's time.
Jeez.
So, and that's that's 15 quid. So when I moved to London, the reason I moved, so I can get these things and just further my music, it's 15 quid. Yeah, I buy that. Boom, got that. And I bought that tape. Got everything Patitucci was teaching back then with that band, Dave Weckl and them man.
The electric
band. Got that, and then I was big into Scott Henderson as well. Yeah,
blues, but with a twist, kind of. That was what I kind of thought was going ahead.
Yeah. So Scott, going into that as well, and Benson. Yeah. So what I'm saying is basically when I moved to London, it was easier for me to get access to all this great music,
material and stuff.
Yeah, because it's so hard to get in Trinidad.
Sure.
So I came to UK just to further my music.
Well, seems to have worked.
Yeah, it really did.
So, what would you? I mean, you mentioned soca music there. Did you spend any time kind of doing those gigs around in Trinidad? Yeah,
on the gospel circuit. So we play the soca music, but on the gospel circuit.
Gospel soca.
When I was playing guitar,
Goka.
You could call it that. I was playing guitar.
Right.
Then, so I was the lead guitarist.
Oh yeah.
And in the church band, just like, okay, so the guy that I used to tour in, what's his name? Vernon Duncan. And I was on lead guitar for that. But when I'm just in the church, I play a little bit, just go around and play different instruments. Yeah.
And what would be a typical soca
rhythm
groove pocket?
A soca pocket is like is this one? Yeah. It's like 1, 2, 3. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah, that's the feel. Do, 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 do. That's the kick. And you get the typical. So yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's like 1, 2. I think it's a link. There must be a link with
I forget. It's
jazz.
I
think it come first. I think the soca is first. Calypso. Calypso.
Makes sense. Because it come from Africa across.
Yeah.
That music being there.
Oh. And why I say that is because the hi-hat's pattern, so it goes boom, chicka, check, chicka, check, chicka, check, boom, chicka, check, and jazz like ting, 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 ting. So it has a different.
The in between the 2 and the 4.
1,
yeah.
So that's the beat for the.
Similar with Brazilian music, dun, the 2.
Yeah.
Dun,
yeah.
Like it's not. It's oftentimes not the 1 that you accent. It's
yes, you're right. I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Or even the kind of Latin stuff. It's not usually the 1.
No, it's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I remember I kind of grew up playing like kind of funk rock stuff, and then I got that book Funkifying the Clave.
Yeah.
That one with Lincoln Goins and Robbie Amin.
No, I don't know it.
And they basically take you through all these like kind of songos and timbales and stuff.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, you're not actually playing on the 1.
Oh yeah, all day. Yeah.
And that was a real head mess for me.
Them man, they take it. They do anything but the 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that music too.
So what was your kind of progression into the session scene in London and stuff like that? How did all that come around?
Yeah, I must say this. So there's a guy called Patrick Allen. He was on like the R&B scene, but he used to run a night called 10 Rooms, and this night was just amazing because all movie stars, music stars used to come to this night every Monday, right? And we would go down there and play. I was part of the band. I would go down there and play. So one day I decided to do a showcase. So I was playing saxophone then, right? You get to know me better. So I did 4 songs on saxophone and 1 on bass. And after, when I finished playing, somebody came up to me and said, hey man, I think I was 17 then, 16, 17. Daniel Beddingfield is looking for a bass player. You should go and check him out. At the time I didn't know who Daniel was. So he said he's having a audition. And this day, go down and see it. I said, all right, yeah, can't hurt. Let me go and check it out. I didn't know who he was or something, but that time Daniel was huge, right? Big pop star. You know Daniel Beddingfield?
Yeah.
I did. I turned up to the gig, bro.
Who's this guy?
I turned up and I'm fresh from Trinidad, so you know, I saw all these wicked bass players there, you know, Otto Williams and Colin and, you know, wicked drummers and stuff like that. I met some friends there, you know, Joshua McKenzie, a lot of Dave Tench and keys, Femi Tomorrow, Eric Apopoulos, all the main names in London. Anyway, so it was like a kind of a competition. Well, it's an audition, and everybody going up before each other. So I remember shitting myself because I'm fresh from Trini. Yeah. And these man, they'd already exposed to the knowledge.
They knew what they were trying to get.
Yeah. So I was just, you know, searching and learning anyway. So, but my thing was, Daniel laid it out. He said, okay, learn this tune, and then play it in reggae, funk, jazz, right there on the spot.
Daniel said that.
Yeah, that's what he wanted to see. He probably was checking the versatility.
Yeah. That's
what I like. You know, that's where I come in. Oops. And so he said, try it in reggae. That's my style. You know, try this and jazz. I said, I like it. So, and he keep telling me, okay, wait, stay a little bit longer. And then other guys keep leaving. And then at the end of it, it was me, Joshua McKenzie, Eric Apopoulos, Dave Tench left in the place, you know. I think it was down to me, Otto Williams, and Colin. But he chose me for whatever reason, you know.
Maybe he wanted to give the young guy a chance.
I think so. Could have been that, yeah. Those guys, I respect them and I like their playing. Me and Otto is friends as well too.
Yeah, cool.
So it was just for me to get it.
Because at that time, that would be what, 2006?
Yeah, something around there. Yeah, probably. Yeah,
approximately.
Yeah.
It was pretty much when he was.
He was huge, man.
Huge.
He was massive. And so that got me into the London scene.
Right.
So that
was like a seal of approval.
That was the seal. Because before that, right, to try and buy that Ibanez bass, man, I had to save up money just to get that Ibanez bass, man.
Yeah.
I remember it was hard. And then, as soon as I got that, so I got an endorsement. Somebody called me for an endorsement with Warwick. And they were just, oh yeah, you want this? I said, yeah, I like that. Yeah, this just.
Because you're going to be on stage in front of thousands and thousands of people, so.
I was doing a lot of TV dates, and so I was promoting.
Wow. The album.
Promoting the
brand, yeah.
The brand.
Instrument. Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy, yeah. When you get approval like that, people just give you stuff. But when you was trying to grind,
you're still the same player.
Same player, but I had to work hard to get that. Save up. So you know what I'm saying, yeah? Yeah.
So how long did that gig last?
That gig lasted for a long time, 6-7 years. We did.
Oh wow, that's good.
Yeah, we had a long run. We're still friends, you know.
Is he still doing?
I don't know what he's doing.
More production stuff maybe now, or?
I think he's doing more. I think what is that, like X Factor thing? But in New Zealand, he's from New Zealand, right? I think he's doing that. Yeah, he had a #1 maybe 3-4 years ago. Yeah.
You should call him up. He's just over.
He's just over the. Yeah, I could call him up. No, should I call him?
Danny boy.
Hey, yeah.
Cool.
Danny boy for real. Yeah.
And so that would obviously open up the doors for
the other artists, right? Thank you.
You.
So basically, so that came in, and then people start seeing me, and you know, I start getting called like crazy. Alicia Dixon, Kano. Then it trickled down to the last of the people, you know, Wretch 3-2, Tinie Tempah, Jessie J, Man, it was. It started getting really crazy because I was doing a lot of them gigs at the same time, so I had to depot a few things. Everybody was just calling me. It was crazy. We had a good run.
And you don't want to say no, really, to that kind of stuff.
No, you can't. You can say no. That's pop, and it was popping back then.
So it was kind of like the Radio 1 extra kind of scene, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and it was TV. You know, I'm from Trinidad fresh. You know, my mom is like, hey, my son is on TV. She want to go and show off and thing. You know.
You made it.
It was nice, man. It was a nice little run.
Did you? What would be something maybe that you learned from that period that has, you know, maybe steered you in a better path? You know.
Yeah.
Or maybe put it this way, what advice would you give to somebody going to be in the same position?
I tell you what I learned from that. It's one thing learning off of CDs and different styles, but then there's another thing of actually being the bass player in those different genres. So like Daniel, it was pop, and then it had some rock elements, so I had to think dum 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 dum, learning that feel. Then I go to something like Kano, don't boom, ting, boom, boom, that kind of grime type of thing. Then I go to Tinie Tempah, straight hip hop. I mean, back then I was playing jazz, right? Remember, I come from the gospel thing. So then I was playing jazz, so my bass was way up here like this. And then when I get the call for Tinie Tempah, naturally, my whole body moved different. The bass dropped, and I'm swagging out on a boom, 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 you know, different feels. So it help you learn it by being it. So versatile, get real versatile. Yeah. And now with Yolanda, the whole thing come around to reggae. And reggae is a different ball game, and they know that you have to be. You can't fake it. You cannot fake reggae. I don't care how good you are.
I fake it.
Really?
I haven't, like you say, I haven't spent enough time in a real reggae band
settings
to do it. Yeah. So I haven't played with musicians that know that rhythm.
Yeah, it's true.
Whenever I do a reggae thing, it's with a bunch of guys who are faking it as well. You know, so
I feel you,
I understand.
I hear what you're saying. Even for people, I mean, reggae is not as simple as it sounds.
No.
It's you can hear it. So, so you know, got into the reggae. So now I'm playing reggae with Yolanda, and then at the same time, I'm doing my project as well, and that's funk, jazz.
Okay.
Yeah, deep funk.
Is that with bass? With you playing bass as the lead instrument?
Yeah.
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 And do you have a bass player?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got a bass player in the background. He's holding bass, so I'm using the lead bass like you say, keyboard player, guitar, and drums. It's a 5-piece. My band, 2 years ago, my band was big. I had a steel band player, saxophonist, guitarist. You know, it was a big band. But now now I'm just using a 5-piece at the moment.
Yeah, lean.
Yeah.
Cool. And if people want to kind of check that stuff out, where would they go to online to see some of that action? My
latest release was on Soul Live Jazz. It's like they just put dope music out, and it's on YouTube. So just type in Rick Leon James Soul Live Jazz, and I released like four tracks.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Is that going to be more of a main focus going forward, or is it? I mean, how do you balance it out with doing the pop touring thing or the sideman session thing, and then having your own project? We kind of talked about this in the car on the way over.
Yeah, you're getting to it. So right now my main focus is Yolanda Brown and myself. So if there's any pop, I'm not doing pop at the moment. So I don't know. It seems like when you start focusing on your own stuff, people sort of thing, that's what they're doing. Yeah, back off. But I would like to do some music, but it has to be. I would like, like maybe the older boys. I like the Rolling Stones, Paul McCartney, that type of. If I get called for that, I might think I might. Yeah,
You can't say no to that.
Yeah, you can't say no to that. I respect them Monday. So something like that. If the pop world call me back, let's see how it go. Maybe
Yeah.
You know, but now,
I guess you've kind of been there and done it.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Probably always go back.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a young man game now. Them young boys in them could clean that up. But we was there the backbones for Tinie Tempah's music live touring when he started. So if he called me back, we might say, all right, cool. If we get the team together, the original unit, we can say yeah. But right now, as for me, it's my music. I'm literally currently recording my music at the same time, touring this music with Yolanda. So that's the main focus.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. And how would you describe the scene in London these days? Healthy? Hard?
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For someone like me, or for kids coming up, or what do you mean?
Yeah, for somebody, maybe somebody's thinking, you know, I'll move somebody from Melbourne, for example. London's seen as a hub, it's a mecca, musical mecca. True. You know. Somebody maybe wants to move to London. What could they expect?
Expect a lot of competition. Yeah, London, they're very competitive over there. But I think if you do your work properly, learn it, like I said, different styles, different genres, you know.
Be professional.
Be professional. You got to be professional. Turn up on time. Learn. Be nice, kind, this type of stuff. It goes a long way.
Have you seen that happen to other players? Maybe when they haven't put in their homework, or they haven't turned up on time, or they're not that authentic. Have you seen that happen to other guys?
Yeah.
And maybe great players, but they don't get the gig, or they lose the gig.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be on it, man, because no one wants to work with a wishy-washy musician.
Sure.
And if it's your, I mean, what are you doing it for? If you're very serious about it, you should take these things to heart, you know, really. If it's your business, take it serious.
It's true.
So you can really, I think you can make it anywhere, as long as you put the hard work in, dedication. You know, I wasn't playing with it. Like I was the guy that I was practicing for 24 hours. Like my mom used to beg me to eat. She would just bring the food in and try to slide it in there. Because I said, wait, I'm learning this lick. And you know, because I was going around on all the other instruments. So when I learned it on the bass, I said, right, I gotta learn it. And you know, them two strings on the guitar, the first two is different from the bass. Yeah. So I have to work that out. And then the shape of the piano in all the different keys. I was busy, man. 24 hours a day.
Wow.
I'll go in the toilet, you know, toilet, and you hear bling, bling, bling.
It's like you say, it's all kind of, with Yolanda, it's all come together because you played all these instruments.
Yeah,
on the album.
That's right.
You know,
you nail it. And she approached, I respect her. She approached me correctly. And she said, right, this is what it is. She came with this is what we want to give you, and this. I like that. She respected my craft, you know, because a lot of the times, not to bash the pop world or anything like that, but a lot of the times they don't respect the craft. They just see you as a musician in the back there. They don't know how you're grinding, and they just say, oh yeah, come and do it for this. So I kind of, right now, like, I'm not interested in that unless they approach me properly to see the work that I put in. And I tell you, 24 hours a day is a serious thing. You know, my mom used to beg me to eat, so they need to come correctly. And when I come, I'm laying it down. I'm going to study music properly. You know, I'm not joking with it. So Yolanda, she approached me properly, and so I have a respect her for that. The team called me and said, "Give me the bum. This is what it is," and I said, "Yeah, this will work."
Cool.
So I wrote. I'm in the writing. It's my music they're playing. So.
And how did you? How did you kind of develop your jazz chops, so to speak? What was, are you reading? Are you transcribing? What's your process for that?
So within that 24 hours growing up, that was transcribing as well.
Yeah.
A little bit of transcription, yeah. Just anything, okay, I'm gonna give a little bit. Anything new and hip, sort of, you learn that. And then anything not so new and not so hip, you learn that as well. Learn patterns, 1-6-2-5s. Understand the sound of it. someone play a chord for you. From the time you hear, you should know what it is. You know, sharp 7. You should know the scale that goes on there. So ear training, like, you know.
Ear training.
Yeah, all chords. If anything you hear, you should just.
Yeah.
Major 7th, know the feel for that. And you learn all chords. So, like, so if you're in any situation and somebody drop this, you're not like, what's that?
So you got like, you know your colors, you know your color palettes.
I know the color palette. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. The shapes, the sound. So reading, I don't do much reading.
But chord charts and stuff.
I can read chord charts. Yeah.
But best thing is just to commit it to memory, right?
Yeah.
If there's enough space in there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, for Cirque du Soleil, I did Cirque du Soleil as well, and that was a reading gig.
Yeah, wow.
but check this out. So I just memorized it. So we had 2 months rehearsal, and I memorized the whole thing within 3 weeks.
Okay.
And I talk about pages upon pages.
Yeah.
It's a serious gig. I memorized the whole gig. So, but there's something about people that read that I respect and I love, and I wish I could do it. Like, I mean, read dots.
Yeah.
I can do it, but I think it's slow, and I probably past that time. You know, it's too late now. Probably I'll leave it for my son or something to get. But I like people that can read, because it's amazing that someone just put a piece of paper and you just play it. Jeez, that's amazing. Like my lady, she's dope, man. She does anything. Grade 8.
But you got to be able to do both, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's the ultimate, is to be able to do both. If you can read well and you can also use your ears and go, oh, it's that.
True.
Then you can put 2 and 2 together and.
True. Respect to the people who can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
but I think
late.
whatever you put in, you're going, you know, like I'm saying, there's work for someone like me who don't read.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you still get the job done, just in a different
exactly.
path. That's all.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you brought some pedals along.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you got? What's happening down here?
I got a little looper right here.
Do you use that on the gig?
Nah, not this gig.
A friend gave me a good tip with the looper. Is it's really good for sound checking.
Yeah.
Play a loop and
just let
hang your bass up, and then you go out front.
Oh, yeah.
And you can hear what your bass sounds like.
I'm taking that.
How good is that?
Thank you.
Play your bass line.
Yeah.
And if you don't trust the sound engineer,
go there and check
hang your bass up.
That's
go out
amazing.
front, and then
I never even thought of that.
It's really good. The band can keep playing.
That's right.
Just record in a loop, and you can go out front and listen to how it sounds with you playing bass. So you can have that one.
Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna keep that. So we got a looper. You know how a looper works. Now walk outside to the front.
Yeah.
Listening back.
You're like, turn the bass up.
Turn the bass up a little bit, please. I got some chorus here. Barely use it. I don't really use it that much. Better use it. And you know, we need that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is my favorite at the moment. So yeah.
That sounds alright.
Yeah, pretty much. So, but no, I need, right?
Need some more.
Yeah. So I think I need a distortion. What else you recommend? I'm new to the pedal game.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, there's a few things under there that I could...
This is you.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, you see, well, you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Wow.
I recommend the filter, the Aguilar filter.
I need a filter.
Because then you don't need to...
Yeah.
You can leave it on kind of thing.
Yeah.
Filter. I've got a couple of octaves because I like them in different places in the chain.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you might want like fuzz and octave and then fuzz.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes I like to have, like I've got them set up, the octave bass is a mix, so I've got the dry signal.
Yeah,
and then the OC2 is all wet.
Yeah.
So I don't need to change settings if I want to have octave with bass, I can just have that, or just the synth sing.
So I'm gonna have to check, I'm gonna take a picture of this.
Yeah, basically octave fuzz,
yeah.
wah, which is what
Fuzz,
you've got.
definitely, so I need the fuzz, yeah.
Filter, and then like that's a preamp, but it's got a distortion in it as well.
Yeah.
And then the big thing
that
at the
looks
back,
old. What's this?
that's the Fender Phaser,
You see it?
and that lights up.
I think I'm gonna have to get one of those. Yeah, I might have to. I'll just
Yeah.
take a picture of this, innit?
Yeah,
And check it out.
yeah,
definitely.
That was fun.
Yeah, I'm new to the pedal game, as I said. So,
And actually, it's something that works well, especially if you're doing the kind of lead stuff, is what I found anyway, is maybe just a little bit of delay. It just kind of makes it not quite so dry, if you know what I mean.
Man. Yeah, sweet. Yeah.
Just especially if you're playing melodies and solos and stuff,
Yeah.
just a little bit of delay just makes it.
You got a delay there as well?
I lost it.
Okay.
I had a smaller board that I left behind at a gig a few weeks ago.
I feel you in that because on the recording, I use a lot of delay.
Yeah.
You know, studio.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, a little bit that can help. Cool, man. I'm just wondering, probably need to kind of wrap it up around there.
Up to you.
Yeah, but we covered a lot of cool stuff,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks for having me, bro.
No, thanks for taking the time. If people want to find you online, you got a website?
So it's www.rickleonjames.com and Rick Leon James on all social media. Twitter, Rick Leon James. YouTube, Rick Leon James. Facebook, Rick Leon James. Instagram, Rick Leon James.
The big one.
Yeah, that's what's, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, follow me on Instagram. Yeah, that's it.
just follow me on Instagram.
Follow me on Instagram.
Follow me on Instagram.
I follow him on Instagram as well. Yeah, that's right.
No, that's cool, man.
I will be. I think I shared it already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when this comes out, obviously it'll be out now because you'll be watching it.
How long again for the people?
Well, when they're watching it, it'll be out.
I mean, oh yeah,
2
that's
weeks.
right. Oh yeah.
We're not live.
I think we leave it right there, right there. It's been a pleasure.
Rick Leon James, everybody.
Respect.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Take it easy.